Hello, and welcome back to my GTNH playthrough. Doing a random weekend episode. Don't normally do it, but did a bunch of random stuff today. I didn't do so much yesterday, so it's kind of reversed. Normally I'd finish off on a Friday. Real quick, I wanted to show I did in fact end up upgrading this Mega EVF here. I also got this little off-center, which is... it'll be alright, but doesn't look that good. But basically upgraded this guy with the Electrum Flux and the UV glass. Like I said, after I crafted it, once I realized how easy Draconium is, Awakened Draconium is to get, did end up, I should craft those coils pretty fast, just get it over with. Now, yesterday, the one thing I did do was, in fact, make the Drake Bee. The Drake Bee, which I do believe it should be... Here, we're just going to turn this guy off for a second, because I want to show off a couple things. I don't like that doesn't put things not in the order you put them in here. Here it is. Yeah, made the Drake Bee. The Drake Bee itself, was really straightforward to make. I already had this Essentia drone. Now, this is a really old reference, but way back when I was starting to do magic, I was like, I need the Essentia Bee. Now, this is the wrong Essentia Bee, but I made 8 of these so that I could get all the different essences and then realize there's a different Essentia Bee. So I already had this guy done. Then this Thominite drone, it's just ordered in Thaumium, and I can't remember what I needed the ordered for. It was for the actual Essentia Princess. This is the one you really want. So I already had that guy done as well. So I would just make Thauminite, which in my case, I did have to add the recipe for Thauminite because I've never bothered crafting it. That one's pretty straightforward. And then made the Drake Princess. And this guy gives us Awakened Draconium. And surprisingly, it's only a ZPM tier recipe. So I did add that over here into the Mega. And let's see, what are we looking at? Awakened Draconium. Have 5,500 of these, and then like 5,000 comes in reserve, 100,000 dust. So yeah, Draconium, not a big deal. Actually, in fact, what I'm thinking about, I'm just gonna craft 1,000 of these. All right, do I want to do that right now? Yes, why not? Okay, so then the next thing I did, which is basically what I've been working on today. So I had 2 projects to do today. One I wasn't really taking seriously because I thought it was going to be a little more in depth. And then the other was bees. And I'm still not quite done with the bee part. But so essentially the other thing I wanted to do and show here that I got to it is, oh, maybe where is the bee? Oh, sorry for the long awkward pause. Helium. Oh, geez. The Seaweed Bee. It's in here somewhere. Maybe. Oh, I don't know why it's not showing up now. Interesting. Oh, there it is. Right here. Seaweed Queen. So I did get that done. I can turn this guy back on. Now, to get the Seaweed Queen, it was quite a bit of breeding. I believe it was 10 steps for me altogether to get this guy. It's not going to be all for naught because I do need to use some of the steps. So essentially speaking, the Seaweed Princess, you get it from the T-Seti stuff. T-Seti specifically is a planet that I set up the ore miner at the end of last episode, or said I was going to once I this is basically, I went here with the tier 8 rocket, set up a miner, which got me the initial Awakened Draconium to make a Draconium coil to then breed that bee. But then obviously I had to do the bees. Now from this, like when we're looking at this tree, I wish I actually cleared out my notepad document I made for this, because I always like to do notepad documents for long bee breeding trees just to keep myself straight and not get annoyed looking at this over and over again. But essentially, we need to breed both of these guys, which one of them's bred on the planet and one of them's weirdly bred in the Kepler belt. You need to make the Make and the Hame drone, which to make those, you need the Pluto drone, which from there, intuitively, you need the Neptune, and the Neptune, intuitively, you need the Uranus. And that one, a little less than intuitively for the Neptune, I should say, is you need the Aura Harukun drone, which that in itself, you need the Uranus drone for anyways. So that was kind of the starting point, because to make the Uranus drone, I already had the Saturn drone and Trinium, I believe, because Trinium needs Saturn, if I remember correctly. No, it needs Aquarius, which needs Saturn. So, which for the most part, it was pretty smooth, because a lot of the steps in there, you need like the Quada drone, Trinium drone, the Quardia, that kind of stuff. The only places where I had to come back were, I don't remember. I believe it was the not the the Ham drone. I needed to come back. I wish I had made the Make one into the nicer one, because I actually need that for the next thing I want to breed bees for. But the only other kind of weird, goofy one, just you're looking at this. So the Pluto drone, if you look at how to craft this guy, it says requires Pluto surface ice as foundation. Now, when you type in Pluto surface ice, it actually, there's 3 blocks, or sorry, there's 4 blocks, ignore the subsurface. It is not this one, not this one. I believe it was this first one here, and not this last one. So I ended up messing up twice, because I did these 2 first, just because those were the surfaces that were there where I landed. But I grabbed this one. Also, while I was on Pluto, just to show real quick, I did, in fact, grab another tier 8 schematic, because the tier 8 schematic needs to be used as research for the next step to get the shuttle schematic. It doesn't really show it well here. Oh, yeah, here, the shuttle schematic. So now I'm all good for whenever I start working on going for the mothership or tier 9 rocket and everything that goes with that. But I haven't looked too much into that. And then, so yeah, I did all that breeding, and like I said, I had 2 projects going on today. So if you couldn't tell from my crafting pattern, the other thing I decided to go for was Infinity, just because it's one of the quests on here. I am very happy with the way the auto crafting has been working for me so far. We're very solid for it, probably because we spent too long in UV, but I was able to craft this guy with no issues. There was all these blocks, like the only things I had to do, I had to update my chemical washer that's on the auto crafting, which would be this guy right here to UV. And then what was the other thing? Sorry, go neutronium casing. This guy. Oh, the polarizer, which is, one of the older multi-blocks down here, but I had to upgrade this guy to UV as well. But aside from that, everything went real smooth. And I was able, it's very fast, because I didn't realize all the singularity recipes are HV. It's kind of weird, but so I have it running at UV. So if I request an Infinity Catalyst, it takes like a couple seconds, because we have plenty of dust from me using the ritual over again. Like, look, if I go craft, boom. Okay, now it's gonna make a fool of me. Oh, there it goes. But let's see. So I did this. Oh, this should be a quest, I believe. Why are you not giving me the quest? Oh, okay. I need to actually hold the other dust. Boom. Compressing the core. And then what I'm really excited for is... Excuse me. Sorry. What I'm really excited for was able to craft this Infinity Ingot. Actually, 9 of them. Woo! So this is actually the reason I wanted to do the episode today, besides just talking about the breed beating. or bee breeding is because I'm excited to make this. The Infinity Ingot. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. My cats were spazzing out. So I wanted to. The whole reason I wanted to make the episode today was because I was able to craft this. This felt like a nice like milestone, especially because it was right here. This part of the quest book. We are seriously worried about your health if you got here legitimately. I'm really excited. I've never messed around with Infinity, but Infinity unlocks a lot of cool things for us. I think for me personally, the first thing I'm going to do is add the infinite upgrade to my wireless. Uh, like we do wireless terminal. There is somewhere around here. Universal. Yeah, the Infinity booster card. This will probably be the first thing I do, honestly, just because this will be so convenient because it goes anywhere and everywhere. And then from there, I'll look around at other stuff. But yeah, this the way I have it automated right now, and I don't know if there's a better way. I'm using one of these dire auto crafting tables, and you just like shift click the pattern in here, and then I have a interface on the left with the pattern, and then an import bus over here to pull it back in the system. And it seems to work. But yeah, this is basically all I wanted to show off is this Infinity Ingot. I needed for stuff I'm working on to like actually make the next circuits. This stuff over here, I needed unknown liquid. And when I was looking at the trail of bees to get unknown liquid, specifically, I need the Infinity Catalyst bee to then ultimately get to one of these here. It's the to the unknown liquid itself. But to breed this one, we need Infinity Block as foundation. So I wanted to get this going, and then I was amazed at how fast it was. I thought it was going to be something crazier and longer. So yeah, I just wanted to show that off. I'm going to go back to bee breeding, and then I'm going to mess around with some Infinity and see what kind of stuff I can upgrade. So it should be a fun episode on Monday. I'll show off all the random things that I've done with Infinity so far. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a good weekend, and I will see you Monday. Goodbye.